there's a team I'm going to emphasize more so than any other team in this show. And I don't really, never really plan on doing this because they're not a very good football team, but that is why we're going to talk about them, because there is chaos going on and we're on week 2 right now. And that is the Chicago Bears. What in the world is going on right now? Now, some of the stuff right now I'm going to say is true, some of it's not true, because I look on my phone and we get these tweets coming out, and 1 second we believe that all of a sudden Alan Williams is for some reason being investigated. The FBI is rating him. And then we're not getting it if he's not being rated. And we get the practice stadium. They're being rated by the FBI, and then they're not being rated by the FBI. And we have all this stuff. And then we go to this morning, and Justin Fields makes his comment about saying it's the coach's fault that he's not performing. Then he has another meeting a couple hours later and says, no, it's my fault. And then we have Matt Eberflus, who comes out and says, okay, yeah, originally in the morning, I don't know what's going to go on with Alan Williams, the defensive coordinator for the Bears, or previously. I don't know. He says that 3 times, essentially. And he wasn't coaching last week. We saw him week 1, not there week 2. So what the heck is going on then? And then we find out a couple hours later, oh, yeah, by the way, he is now resigned. He's not being on the coaching staff any longer. Okay, so now we have an opening on week 2 at the defensive coordinator position for the Chicago Bears. And this team's already a mess because, well, Matt Eberflus, this team does not look very good. This team looks bad. Very, very, very bad. And we had a lot of high hopes. We had high hopes for Justin Fields that maybe he breaks down, becomes a legitimate quarterback that can put it all together. You get DJ Moore, you get these other guys. And I know the team's not great. But, well, that happens. And then on top of that, let's go to some injury issues with them. Braxton Jones, he's going on IR because of a neck injury. And there's no timetable for him. Like, what is going on in Chicago right now? I feel bad for these fans. And we head back just to this past weekend's game, and Justin Fields does not look very good at all. He's struggling on countless aspects. I'm not a super evaluator when it comes to football. I'm not going to sit up here and say I understand the quarterback positions, ins and outs, and all that, but I think from the obvious eye, there's something that's not quite correct right now with Justin Fields and that team. And it probably has something to do with coaching. He does not look like we're not even seeing him do what he's good at. We know he can run at a high level. We know he's one of the most explosive, athletic quarterbacks in all of the National Football League. He's not even really running. And then the throwing aspect, let's not even get into that. There's not any improvement that we're seeing whatsoever. At the same time, let me say this real quickly. The people that are writing Justin Fields off 100% and saying that there is no chance that Justin Fields is going to pan out whatsoever, let's chill out a little bit. It is just week 2. Now, they do have a 12-game losing streak, and it's not been pretty. I get all that. But I'm not going to completely write him off yet. Give me a couple more weeks on that. But it does not look pretty. And at this point, it looks like we're going to be heading into the draft this upcoming season, next year. And they'll probably be going after a quarterback if they can get one. And hopefully that one pans out. But the coaching staff, I think they're all in the hot seat that are still there at least now. Justin Fields, I don't know what's going to happen on there. But the Bears are an absolute mess. And we had back just a couple weeks ago before the season started, and I even pointed this out. I said, so many people were saying the Arizona Cardinals could be the worst team we've ever seen in NFL history. And I thought that was ludicrous. I thought that was absolutely wild. I thought it was debatable that they're even the worst team in the NFL this season. And while they are not good at all, do we see what I just mentioned, all this stuff about the Bears right now, and we're just in week 2? It ain't that bad out there in Arizona yet. I should say. The Texans are not looking too swell either. So I don't know what to say about this, but the Bears are an absolute train wreck right now. It is confusing. It blows my mind of what is going on right now. I think that there's going to need to be a lot more adjusting and changing and things that we don't even know could happen, because the line is a mess. The quarterback situation, who knows what's going on. The coaching staff situation is a mess. I don't know what's happening. There's going to be a lot of changes that need to unfold out there in Chicago, because that team is not looking too good at all.